Hello and welcome to the show. Now there is all sorts of stuff going on at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, but I have to say one of my favourite parts is the rally stage, and this often doesn't get all that much coverage. However, there is an awful lot of very interesting cars that will go blasting through the forest. It's a very tough stage, very slippery this year. There's all sorts of stuff from Quattros, Evos. We've got a Celica GT4, which is always good to see. There is also some other stuff like this Astra. Yeah, gotta have an Astra. GT, I think it is. It says it on the bonnet. We'll go with that one. There is a Focus, which was driven pretty bloody fast most of the time that I saw that one. Some are taking it a bit easy. I filmed this on the Friday, so it's still fairly early on in the weekend, as even some of the R2 Fiestas. Yeah, plenty of cars are thrown about, plenty of good noises to be heard.
Rally Barbados. He was a regular and a champion in the at one point. For the sport. Oh, the Japanese
Now, there are the usual vehicles that you expect to see on a rally stage. There are also things like a Mercedes 190E. These have tended to turn up for the last couple of years. There's been a 190E or two. One I had never seen before was a Rover SD1. There's a very noisy touring car one that goes up the main hill climb stage. I have never seen an SD1 rally car. That much is for sure.
Thank you very much. It is great.
continuing the theme of a little bit unusual from Peugeot, we had the 504 pickup truck. I think the first time I saw it was the last Festival of Speed. Really, really cool rally vehicle, this one. I very much like the 504. I love the slightly weird and wonderful things that turn up and go rally in the 504. It's definitely, there was no 205s this year. There was instead a 309. Definitely can't say I've seen one of those before, but a 309 rally car. There was a few Fiat 131s. This one had apparently had a shunt somewhere along the line.
New Airways on the side there. And it's the same colour one, got like 300. In contrast to the big V8.
More on the way of, I'd say, a little bit more unusual rally vehicles. There was a Golf. I think there's been a twin-engine Golf around the place at some point before, but I haven't quite got that level of craziness. But we did have a Golf. We had a Saab. Always good to have a Saab running. There was a Talbot, a good old Talbot Sunbeam. That turned up, which was nice to see. There was also the Triumph, the TR7. Unfortunately, I never saw it running, but it's always good fun. Little sports car, not really where you expect a sports car.
Believe it or not, and they funded the development of the you'll see it coming down that section where you have the stage later on. And again on the sideline.
From Ford, there was the big selection of escorts, all sorts of escorts, basically, especially, as you would expect, the classic escorts, Mark 1, Mark 2s, in various guises, some very recognisable liveries, some perhaps a little less recognisable, but yeah, the escorts, always good fun to see around the stage, some driven very leery, very sideways, the one coming up with the bonnet open, unfortunately, I wasn't around to film it, and I saw it on the big screens, got a long way up onto two wheels at one point. That was having some adventures around the rally stage. As I said, it's very narrow, very slippery around the stage, and yeah, it was catching a few vehicles out, as you've already seen. We had a little Austin of some description. There was an Alpine, but sadly it wasn't working. I think I heard somewhere the head gasket went on it. I don't know if it got working later on in the weekend, but yeah, sadly I never got to see the Alpine run.
three-star team was going bad and sent you a regular
Well, continuing with, well, I say kind of classics, there was a little Corsa. It's, I say that did its best around here. There was also plenty of modern machinery. There wasn't too much really modern. We've got these WRC Imprezas. There were quite a few of those around the place. There wasn't really all that much sort of really modern equipment. There was a lot of legacies. I think there's about 3 or 4 different legacies. They weren't all parked up when I was wandering around filming. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of legacies around the place. Another Impreza for you. There was a Fulvia that was, I think, was just getting turned on at this point. There was a little fear. Again, I would love to have seen this one go. It just happened when I was walking around. I didn't see it wrong. Whether it broke down or something, I don't know. More legacies for you, because legacies are good, really, at the end of the day. Nice and shiny. That was not going to last. Definitely not going to last around the stage, that one. Alongside it, we have got an Evo. There are a couple of Evos. There was an Evo 10 as well that I saw go to set off for a start line at one point and then never saw it again, so whether it had a problem I don't know. As far as I said, as modern machinery goes, the R5 cars, Peugeot 208 was one of the few that they'd managed to park them the wrong way around. It's a funny looking Evo we have here. But yeah, the R5s are really the most modern machinery we've got. From Skoda, we had the Octavia, which I always loved the Octavia rally car. I don't know what it is. There's something about the Octavia rally car that is... there's something really cool about it. I don't know. Always like the sort of that generation Octavia VRS, and especially the rally version. There were a couple of R5 Fabies as well that were driven quite, as you can see by the state of them. They had some escapades. This one, I don't know where the front bumper was. Yeah, there was certainly plenty of Skoda being chucked around on the rally stage, shall we say. Not surprised it ended up missing its bumper at some point.
In 2019, the terrain team was made up of 14.
But, I mean, well, there we go for the sort of static footage with the cars. There's an S2000 Corolla. I didn't know there was a Super 2000 Corolla, but there we go. There's a Lada. Always good to see the Lada turn up here. There wasn't a huge amount of Group B machinery this time around. There was a Nissan 240, which is cool. There's an 037 and a couple of Metro 6R4s, but there wasn't a huge amount. Perhaps a few less rally cars than we've seen in previous years, but it's still really, really cool seeing these vehicles go through the forest stage. So I will leave you with some odds and ends of clips of the vehicles blasting through the forest.